It's my life, it's your life, it's our life, it's our life, it's our life. You got to make a decision.
What's good, y'all? This is Raz. This is the Holla-tics Interactive Podcast. 7:30, 8 o'clock every night we come in to talk to you about the things that concern you, you know. A lot of podcasts out in the world today. You know, everybody got something to say, and it's cool. I think it's cool. I think we need to hear from different people. So many people we've placed on the pedestal as celebrities, but at the Holla-tics Interactive Podcast, your words is what matter the most here. Of course, I'm opinionated. I got a lot of stuff I could say, a lot of stuff I might say. What's up, Phil Humble? Y'all checking in. Corey Emmett checking in. Y'all watch my dude, The Rev Show, every Sunday. Rev was talking about going in on Wednesdays as well. Y'all check him out, Phil Humble, The Rev Show on Sundays. If you see a Ninja Turtle going down your timeline, you know that's him. I want to see his birth certificate. I think he's a Ninja Turtle. Holla-tics, y'all check in, man. We got a real juicy subject tonight. All around the globe, let me hear you. You know, man, we got some rules here. First of all, let me take the time to tell you guys thank you. You know, it's one thing to ask somebody to listen to your podcast, or ask somebody to support your podcast if you was listening last night. But it's a whole nother thing when you ask for somebody to tune in live. That means right when I air my podcast, I want your time and attention. And some of y'all give it to me every night, man. And I'm so grateful, man. I want to take the time to say I thank y'all, man. Holla-tics are checking in all over the nation. What's good? We got some juicy subjects on the board tonight, man. Wesley Campos in the building. Phil Umber, my man Corey Emmett. This is the Holla-tics Interactive Podcast. We go down. DINE every weekday night from 7:30 to 8 o'clock. I'm just getting started, man. We are cutting some rules. Got a little music going here. But if you can, get over to Facebook Live as soon as you can. Not Facebook Live, but YouTube Live as soon as you can. And subscribe to the Holla-tics Live, because we're going to move the show over there. We still trying to figure out what's going to happen, but we're going to move the show over there for sure, man. Holla-tics, check in. I need to see your face in the place. See, I got some new rules I'm getting ready to lay tonight. See, I was sitting back thinking today. You know, you do that sometime. You know, you do that sometime if you know, I'm a thinking man. So sometimes I sit back and think. And I was thinking today. What's going on, Yolanda? Holla-tics Yolanda checking in from ATL. But anyway, I was sitting back thinking today. And I say, man, if we gonna be holla-tickers, if we gonna holla-tic on a normal occasion like we do, if we gonna holla-tic on a normal occasion, and some of us, like Yolanda, myself, my man Rod, Surfer Dude, A-Bear, some of us we so good at holla-ticking, we're actually holla-ticians. So if we gonna holla-tic every day, and we got some of us even ascending to the level as holla-ticians, then the subjects that we place, you know, that we talk about every night, we should call it the flow, right? What y'all think? If we gonna hollatic and we gonna be holliticians, we should call the subjects that we put on Front Street, we should call them the flow. So tonight, I got a really, really juicy subject to put on the flow. So I need y'all to check in, man. If you can, share the show. Tell a friend. I get people that hit me up on a daily basis, say, Raz, we love the podcast. A lot of them talk trash because I put the music behind, but I just kind of try to set the mood. Again, what you think about the subjects that we put on display is what I care about the most. So I didn't try to bring the whole, Raz the artist persona into the podcast. I don't bust flows. Like, one of my tagline is no bars and stars, just you, me, and the situations that concern you the most. So, but, people saying, Raz, I can't hear you because of the music. So I'm like, okay. I don't mind cutting the music, man, and we just get into some backroom bare knuckle Holla-ticking, man. Yolanda said that's what's up. That's real. So I'm gonna hit y'all with the subject tonight. I'm already 7 minutes into the show. I'm gonna hit y'all with the subject. I know y'all gonna like this one. I didn't before I drop it on y'all. I didn't console anyone on this one. Cause I felt really strong about this topic. Normally I console with some fella politicians before I dropped the subject, but I didn't do that tonight. I got a subject I know it was gonna hit. And so what I want to bring to the flow tonight coming to the Holla-tic flow. Boom. There you have it. Which has destroyed more relationships? Sex or money? I repeat. On the Holla-tic floor tonight, I want to know which has destroyed more relationships? Sex or money? Holla-tickers, I need y'all to weigh in. Now, of course, y'all know I've been married a long time, and a lot of the marriages that, started with around the time me and my wife were married, they don't exist no more, unfortunately. And, some is for the good, and sometimes, we take people to the altar that you just not supposed to be with. Homegirl, you just not supposed to be with that dude, so. And we ask God to fix it, and his way of fixing that is to get you two away from each other. So, my point in being, I've been married a long time, and normally when I see couples I thought would make it, not make it, just through the course of my 20 years, 25, the quarter I didn't put in, it is usually sex or money. Matter of fact, the statistics are so high. On sex and money that when I really know someone well and they say, Raz, I'm not with blah, blah, blah no more, I just go straight to tonight's question. I say, so which one was it? Sex or money? So politicians, I want to know tonight what you think. Which has destroyed more relationships? Sex or money? Of course, I have my opinions, my ideas. Again, I am a Holla-tic, so I have to weigh in as well, but I need to hear you weigh in tonight. If you just checking in tonight, this is the Holla-tics Interactive Podcast, where no bars and stars. We interview people, we have guest stars, but they are not what's on Main Street. They not what's on the floor. Your words are what's on the floor and the situations that concern you the most. So I want y'all to weigh in, man. Which has destroyed more relationships, sex or money? Holla-tics, y'all weigh in. Now, when I was when I was coming up with this subject, because again, a lot of the bills, a lot of the concerns, a lot of the things we weigh in on the floor, they come from other people. Every night, I don't know how long we've been broadcasting the show or how long we've been taping it, but pretty much every night the subject has came from someone else. And I may have just reframed it or, but tonight I pulled this subject up myself because, I knew it was a juicy one. I had it in the back of my pocket. I knew it was going to be one of them days to where, my early on holla-ticking wasn't going to produce something I could use. And so, boom, I went into my bag of tricks and I pulled out tonight's subjects, which has destroyed more relationships, sex or money. Holla-tics, I need y'all to weigh in. Let me know what you think. I'm going to let you know what I think in a few minutes, but I need to know what you think. Let me know what you think, holla-tics. Y'all weigh in. Holla-tics Yolanda Mosley say. Holla-tics yo, I'm going to call you. Holla-tics yo, that's my girl. She say sex. I'm going through a divorce and in the moment, and I'm going through a divorce at the moment, and I've been cheated on from almost say one. I'm a great wife. You can't see what's blind in another person. He has an addiction, and one woman can't feed. The phone, the internet has it, and leaving, going home to find it. The phone, the internet have him going to search it. It's sad. I'm praying for him because he don't know what's blinding him. That's true. What's binding him, brother. Okay. I do believe when you are being driven by something that is tearing up your house and you can't control it, then just like Yolanda said, you being bound by something, and of course, again, I'm a biblical person, so I do believe sometimes we can yoke ourselves up to forces that we don't know, and they become stronger than you. Yolanda say money. The word of God says a man that don't work don't eat. In a relationship, I don't believe that if you don't have it, I got you. One day. That's right, Yolanda. Holla-tics Yolanda weigh in. She say she going through a divorce, and she prayed for her ex-spouse because he had I almost said a disease. I didn't want to say it like that because that's not the truth. But she say one woman can't feed it, and she believes that sex has destroyed more relationships than money. I asked my wife this question. My wife said the same thing. She said, sex. I'm going to weigh in on what y'all think, on what I believe, what my opinion is. But holla-tics, I need you to weigh in. I need you to weigh in. What has destroyed more relationships, sex or money? That's what's on the floor tonight. Yo weighed in way from Atlanta, and she was personal. She got right into her own pile of hot grits and just let y'all know what it is. And based on her comment, I agree strongly that when a man or a woman is driven by something that's tearing your house apart and you have no control over it, then something is bound to you. You're being bound by something, and we know the one that can set you free, right? But holla-tics, y'all weigh in. This is tonight's subject. Which has destroyed more relationships, Sex or money? I'm loving that my female Holla-tics are weighing in tonight. Sometimes I be feeling like I'm leaving y'all a lot, you know. But this was a great subject. Yo say sex. I also asked my wife before I came to cast, and she said the same thing. I've seen both happen. I'm gonna weigh in on what I believe, which one, and what I truly believe. But let's talk about money for a minute before I get into my opinion and I check in with some more of my Holla-tics. Let's talk about money for a minute. You know, I told both my sons, I say it's two benchmarks you can cross before, you know, I put my stamp of approval on your marriage. One, if you pass the age of 30, because I think in your 20s, I mean, as men, we're more physical than emotional. So a 20-year-old, 18, 19, 20-year-old boy asks to be faithful husband forever. I think that's a stretch in today's society. Not that it can't be done, it's a stretch though. So I always told my sons, at least, man, get past your 20s, get to your 30s, or put at least 10 grand in the bank. Not operational capital, but 10 grand in the bank. And that is advice I've given my two sons forever. You know, one of them is turning 25, and you know, so far he's stuck to it. My other one, you know, it's another story. He's younger, so that's not in question right now. But because I experienced what we talking about, what's on the floor, I saw what destroys relationships. It was either sex and money. So I'm gonna weigh in again in a second. But Holla-tics, I want to see y'all weigh in. I want to hear you weigh in. Again, Yolanda weighed in. She said her marriage was destroyed because, you know, her ex-spouse appetite was stronger than one woman. And she said, I know I'm a good woman. So he done messed out on something. I pray for bruh. Let me say this as well about before I give my opinion, because I'm about to give my opinion, and then we're gonna see who else got something to say. I always tell people, you know, I counsel from time to time. I am an ordained minister, but I consider myself a street priest. I don't walk in the normal way of the clergy. But when people come to me for counsel and ask my advice, you know, I always tell them that you know, mercy is always I won't go there. I want to go there. I was gonna talk about how mercy, because I understand how guys think and what motivates guys, and what, you know, it's easy for men to trespass physically. You know, when a man gets emotionally tied into something, it's different. But on the physical level, he could just take the wrong situation and the wrong, you know, opportunity present itself, and we not always strong, right? So, you know, I always try to get each person to see from the other side, is what I'm saying. And that ain't always easy, man. Sometimes, whether it's sex or money, sex mostly, it sting hard. But I've seen relationships destroyed by money. So I've always told my sons, man, you have to put a little cash in the bank, or, you know, financial pressures will destroy your relationship. So what's on the floor tonight? Y'all Holla-tics, y'all weigh in. What has destroyed more relationships, sex or money? I'm gonna give you my opinion in a minute, of course. But you know, I ain't the only Holla-tic. I want to see some other Holla-tickers weigh in. Holla-tics Ride say I'm here. Scott, Holla-tics Scott Smith is in the building. See, my feed don't be real time, y'all, so y'all bear with me. Scott also weighing in. Am I froze? Oh, my camera froze. My camera freezing. Okay. Scott say I'm also going through a divorce as well. My wife has been having an emotional relationship outside of our marriage with multiple guys, and one has turned physical. I've had so much anger, but I started praying for her as well as the men. Yesterday, I felt the peace and calmness come over me as I was praying again. That's heavy, Scott. Here we got Scott checking in, Holla-tics, saying he's also going through a divorce and that his wife had an emotional relationship with many guys until it turned physical. Now, great. I'm glad I refreshed my timeline because Scott's situation attacks something else. As I was saying earlier, that it's easier for men to cheat physically than emotionally. With women, it's more of an emotional thing. If a woman steps outside of her relationship, normally it's for an emotional reason. And so that's heavy. I'm glad you weighed in, Scott, because now we see a balance. We see both sides, man. My camera jamming and freezing. I need to weigh in before too much time go by, and I don't. Now, based on my personal experiences and the people I know and people I've had an opportunity to talk to, if I had to say between the two, sex and money, I've seen sex destroy more relationships than money has. So I would have to say sex myself, but I've seen some relationships destroyed over money, and that's really ugly as well. Because sometimes, I've seen guys not be able to provide, yet the desire be there for it, and it's almost like crippling, man. I've seen homes destroyed over money. But let me get into my opinion, man, before it get too late. If I had to judge between the two, sex and money, I would say sex. But I don't think either is the final cause. Rather, the feelings we invest in the both of them. Sometimes the feelings are so strong that you can forgive, but you can't forget. And when you forgive and you can't forget, that's almost like the plan B pill for reviving a relationship. Everybody wails on forgiveness, but it's also important to try to forget when it's somebody that you remaining in a relationship with. And that's not all the time, that's not all the time. But if you're choosing to remain in a relationship with a person, it's almost like you have to try your best to forget, because when you don't, it breeds mistrust, and them seeds of destruction, man. Great comment on the floor tonight. Which has destroyed more relationships, sex or money? Holla-tics Yo say her husband was greedy. She says, I know I was a good woman. This Negro was greedy, and I pray for him because he had to go. Rye said, not Rye, I'm sorry. Holla-tics Scott from Dallas said, he's going through a divorce right now, and that his wife had, emotional affairs several times, and one turned physical. So, again, Scott got a very unique situation, because it's not money nor was it physical sex, but to a sense it was intimacy, man. So you have a very unique situation, Scott, man. That's very interesting, man. Again, I weighed in myself. I said I've seen sex destroy more marriages than money, but in the finality, it's neither or. It's the inability to forget. because anybody can be redeemed. Now, you got to have both people on one accord, of course, but it's the inability to forget. You don't have to forget every time you forgive, because sometimes you shouldn't forget, because certain people are not going to change. But if you are trying to remain in a relationship with a person and you offer your forgiveness, it's best that you try your best to forget as well. That was my opinion. Holla-tics Yo say, God showed me that he was and I was broken. One thing God told me to do was sit him down on our anniversary one day and let him know that give him a chance to confess, and when he does, show him some love. The love of God can heal all wounds. It's hard for me to look at him when I knew what was going on. But I forgave him. He denied it and let good anger get the best. I denied it and let good anger get the best of me. And when he denied it and let good anger get the best of me, and he went to jail in a domestic violence against me. Wow. Yo, I ain't know you had went through all that, girl. You look great for some of the stuff you saying out here tonight, but I am so glad you weighing in, because I believe this is helping somebody. Holla-tics, what's on the floor tonight? Which has destroyed more relationships, sex and money? Yo, Holla-tics Yo from Atlanta said sex, of course. Scott said his wife had an emotional affair with several different guys, and then it turned physical. It ended with physical. Again, out of the two, I've seen sex destroy more relationships, but I have seen money, destroy some relationships and it get ugly. I've seen some really ugly relationships end because of capital, man. And so, listen, I'd advise any young guy, man, anybody who's thinking about marriage, man, any young guy, man, put some money in the bank, because money can cause stress on a relationship. Also, if you're too young, man, you may have found that person. If you're too young, man, gauge yourself. Know what you're going through, man. When you're young, it's hard to hold a commitment from 20 years old to 100. It's possible. With God, all things are possible, man. But I'm just saying, man, you don't have to rush it. That's my advice to you. Holla-tics Young, what's up, man? Glad you checked in tonight. What's up, James? Hey, listen, we winding down, man. What's on the floor tonight? If you're just tuning in for the first time, this is the Holla-tics Interactive Podcast. I am Raz. I am not only a Holla-tic, I am a Holla-tician. And if you checked in this place more than twice and commented, you are a Holla-tic as well. When you can put your business out here like Yolanda and Scott, you are a Holla-tician. And what we do, we on the floor tonight is what has destroyed more relationships. Sex and money. Holla-tics are checking in all over the nation. Listen, as we wind down, Yolanda said, I have a testimony and God has brought me through. Amen. We all do, Yolanda. We all do. As we wind down, man, the conversations keep happening on the podcast. Man, y'all tune in every weekday night from here at 7:30 to 8 o'clock. This is the Holla-tics Interactive Podcast. Got a little music for you. I'm going to go out with a little music playing in the background, man. Hey, it's still time to weigh in. We got 1 minute left. What was on the floor tonight was what has destroyed more relationships, sex and money. Had some very heavy, had some Holla-ticians not scared to put their business out here on the line, man. So y'all continue the conversation. Y'all see y'all tomorrow. I'm Raz, the host. This is Holla-tics Live, the Interactive Podcast. Thank y'all.